And in today's Let's Tám segment, I have a very special guest, Mr. Bùi Ngọc Long. Please say hi to the audience.
Hello.
So as some of you or many of you already know, Long, he's known for having this very angelic, very attractive, appealing voice, which is kind of high-pitched, but
annoying a little bit.
No, it's not annoying, but some people may feel that it's not to their liking, but for me, it's very pleasant to listen to.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, therapeutic. It's a very nice word too, right? So kiểu therapeutic mình dịch là gì nhỉ?
Relaxing,
chữa lành, healing, right? Since this an English only episode, let's try to converse in English.
Okay.
So that's why I invite him here today to talk about the topic of self-confidence and being bullied. Sort of they're related.
Yeah.
In your case,
I have a lot of relevant experience about it.
So yeah, I'm so excited to film this episode with you, and without further ado, let's get started.
Okay.
So let's start with a little backstory of your voice and how you became the person you are today. Okay, so my first question for you is that can you share with us the first time you realized that your voice was perceived differently than other people, and how did it affect you personally?
Yeah, I think it's when I was a schoolboy in primary school, grade 5 to be more exact. Let me tell you my story.
Yeah.
In the final exam for music lesson, everybody was required to sing a song in front of our class. And I still remember the atmosphere at that time. It was really noisy, and nobody paid attention to the performers or even the examiner. But when it's my turn, I stood on the platform and raised my voice. A sudden silence fell over the class. Wow. I could even hear my voice echoing around the class.
What were you feeling at that time?
Yes, it was that moment I came to realize that I got something special, and maybe I had the ability to draw people's attention, and it's awesome feeling.
Did you notice the reaction of the audience at that time?
Yeah, warm smile.
Warm smile?
And some delighted laughter after hearing my singing.
Delighted laughter. Okay. So your voice has always been this special and like very smooth and high-pitched.
I don't know, because
how did it change after after puberty?
After puberty, my voice got really feminine.
Really, it got even more
increasingly feminine.
Oh, I see.
Unlike other boys,
but how do you
deep and husky voice? Yeah.
How do you feel about the word feminine sounding? Like, did it affect you negatively in the past?
Yes, definitely, because I was labeled as kind of a girly boy, so I just tended to withdraw into myself and live a very boring life, and I didn't want to interact with people around me, mainly because of that difference.
I see. That's understandable, because even for me, like in the past, I was lacking confidence for my voice.
Really?
Because I had this self-awareness that my voice is not as deep as other guys after puberty. So I've always felt like I'm not that confident. But up until I started making my YouTube channel, and then I got a lot of nice reviews and nice comments from my viewers. That kind of boosted my confidence level. And then I was like, embrace your, even if I don't know if it is considered your flaw or not, but I think embrace your uniqueness is a nice way to put it.
Yes.
So after that, I got more confident, and like the older I get, the more that I feel like if you like me for who I am, then yeah. If you don't, then I don't need to be. I don't need to get your approval, right?
Yes.
So right now you're feeling the same way. That's great.
Yes, thank you.
So you mentioned that because of your feminine sounding voice, it kind of made you go back into your shell and
discriminated.
You felt discriminated and you withdrew yourself from a lot of social situations.
Yes.
So at what point did you decide to not let others' perceptions of you affect the way that you speak and carry yourself?
I think it's when I started my reading habit and listening to some educational podcasts on YouTube, like from Web Năm Ngay. In case you might not know, it's the most followed educational channel on YouTube. And
I like that one too.
There were just like a paradigm shift in my mindset. Like, I wasn't born to please everybody around me. I was born to live my life and enjoy it to the fullest. So why did I have to change myself according to people's opinions? But don't get me wrong, I highly appreciate, some constructive feedback because from which I could improve myself day by day.
Okay, so recently you've been invited to give speeches and talks at many events to inspire young people. So I'm really proud of you, and that must have been a very rewarding experience for yourself too.
Yeah.
But I know it's not an easy journey, right? So when you first started doing public speaking, what were some of the challenges, initial challenges, and how did you overcome them internally? So can you share with us, because that advice can help a lot of people?
Okay. Initial challenge. Okay. I think my very first and biggest obstacle that I had to overcome was my parents' protection. Sorry, mom and dad, if you watch the video. I think when my parents saw that I was different, mainly due to my feminine voice, they kind of demotivated me, and they did all their best to prevent and discourage me from talking, speaking, or performing anything in public. I know that they just wanted to protect me from humiliation, stereotypes, or criticism. But I think that approach was not right. They seem to be on the verge of destroying my future. But fortunately, when I graduated from high school, I decided to move to the metropolis to pursue my education, tertiary education. And new environment, new perspective, new mentors. And everything has changed in a very positive way.
So can I say that the initial challenge was the fact that your parents weren't 100% supportive of who you are, and they wanted to protect you.
Yes.
And then the way that you overcame that was to move to another city.
Change the environment, change the location is the best option.
Avoid the challenges.
Yes.
Avoid the source of the challenge. So when you have nothing to hold you back anymore, that's when you shone, right? Okay. So building on your journey of moving away from your hometown to a big city to study university, right? So was that the deciding moment where you felt truly empowered about your own speaking ability? And if that was the case, was there any specific event or moment that gave you that epiphany, realization that actually I feel really good in my own skin and in my own voice? It doesn't have to be a weakness anymore, but it can be an asset. Was there a defining moment for you?
I think that every time I am on the stage, I feel truly alive. Because I think that the universe, has granted me a really precious gift. This is my voice and my public speaking ability. So I got a kind of mission to do, which is to inspire people around me. So I think that when I just see, audience smile, delighted laughter, or, pleasant facial expression, I feel the most motivated and empowered.
No, but do you still remember the first time that you were on stage that made you feel so empowered? What was the first time you did that?
Yeah, back when I was just a schoolboy, grade 5, you know, at that moment.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
So you felt confident like pretty early on already. So let me ask you, how many talks or how many speeches, how many events did you attend?
Countless.
Countless? Wow, so you must be really seasoned in terms of that,
I don't want to exaggerate, but I can't remember.
You can't keep track of how many times.
Yes.
But every time, the moment before you went on stage, was there a moment where you felt the stage fright or, you know, felt a little nervous before giving the speech? And like, how did you overcome that?
Strategies?
Yeah, how did you mentally prepare yourself before each presentation or each speech?
Actually, I live by the motto, let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
I like that.
You know, I am not a kind of negative person, but when it comes to public speaking, I tend to, you know, picture every possible worst case scenarios, and I try to find ways to deal with them.
Oh, so
which sort of boosts my confidence and lessen
like
my anxiety.
Backup plans,
yes,
and always have a backup plan if things go wrong.
If you know plan B goes wrong, then plan C.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know my second strategy is to practice because practice makes perfect. You gotta practice as much as possible before your speech.
Do you usually practice in front of a mirror? Or,
no, I don't.
Or just like
I just imagine the real context.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And the last one I think everybody should know. You know, there's just one universal truth that everybody should accept. Nothing is perfect. And nobody is perfect, and you will inevitably make mistakes in your speech. So you have to treat every mistake as an opportunity to learn and improve yourself, and then be better for the next time.
Truly inspiring words. I'm gonna cry. So beyond your voice, are there any like masculine expectations of behavior that you feel pressure to conform to, and how do you navigate these expectations?
Well, like I said previously, I am not a kind of, you know, people pleaser. And when it comes to social expectation or archetypes, I couldn't care less. You know, some masculine behaviors or masculine characteristic, you know,
the way you walk,
maybe apply for
gestures.
Another buoy ngọc long in another universe.
Another universe.
You know, in this universe, I am 100% me.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's a very nice answer. So just embrace yourself and
accept your imperfections.
Yeah. So I'm sure that you used to be bullied, right? You shared with me a few times, both in person and, you know, on the cyberspace, right? So I want to know, like, how did the experience of bullying shape your perspective, and how did you overcome it to make you the person you are today?
I think I am not immune to criticism, but you know, I attract even more criticism. You know, just looking at our very first video and the comment section below, there are loads of negative words, so even form of, you know, cyberbully.
Anything that just stood out for you?
But you know, I think I am grateful to all of that, because thanks to those negative words or bad comments, humiliating comments, I've become more resilient and have, you know, more stories to tell, because which is life material for a public speaker. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, life is always full of ups and downs, right? Without a doubt, the ups would mean nothing. So I'm grateful to all of that.
Aww. There's so many quotes from your speech today. Like.
Sometimes, you know, bad experience can add little spice to your life.
I mean, if it's all rosy and like smooth, what's the fun in that? What's the fun in living, right? Okay, so I should stir up some drama in your life then. Do you want some drama?
No, I don't.
So my last question for you is that, you know, do you have any message to tell those who are feeling like they are unheard or they feel like they're different and for that reason they're being bullied or discriminated against?
Okay, my message? Just one sentence. Believe in yourself and have the courage to be disliked.
And that will become an asset.
Và tại trung tâm IELTS with Daio thì mỗi tháng đều có khai giảng các khóa online cũng như là học trực tiếp tại trung tâm cho các level từ cơ bản đến nâng cao luôn nha mọi người. Cùng các khóa tiếng Anh giao tiếp cũng như là TESOL. Thì nếu bạn có quan tâm thì bạn nhớ inbox cho Facebook page IELTS with Daio nhé. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem clip đến tận giờ phút này. Nếu các bạn cảm thấy video này hữu ích thì các bạn cho mình một like, một share video cũng như là comment bên dưới nha. Và đừng quên đăng ký kênh để có thể xem thêm các clip tiếp theo về lộ trình tự học cũng như là các clip về vocab, grammar, tất tần tật những thứ liên quan tới học IELTS. Alright, take care guys. I'll see you guys in the next videos. Bye bye.